Okay.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
What is your definition? Because I keep hearing this. What is your definition of traditional woman versus modern woman?
Okay, now let me ask you this just to be clear. You want my definition or do you want
Yes,
a textbook
because you don't want to
definition?
use the term tonight, and you did
Correct.
use it last week. So now I'm asking you, bro. Yes.
Okay, but do you want a textbook definition or just my thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, yeah, whatever you mean by it when you say it, Rob, because I heard you
Oh,
you said it probably
okay,
twice tonight.
okay. All right, here's what I mean. Here's what I mean by it. I'm sorry, my phone's acting up a little bit. Okay. Here's what I mean by it. Let me get this straightened up here. Okay. Here's what I mean by it. As you know what, the conversation that I had last week, okay, with Reese, I gave her an actual I gave her examples. I put it like that. I said a traditional woman wants marriage. A modern woman, okay, does not want marriage. Or she wants a wedding. That's it. A traditional woman wants a husband. A modern woman wants a partner and a benefactor, meaning if things don't work out, hey, she can get alimony, she can get child support, stuff like that. A traditional woman wants a family. A modern woman wants children and child support. I did that so that there's clarity that a person, they'll hear what I'm saying. Whether they agree or not, they'll at least understand what I'm saying. That's the difference. A traditional woman are okay with normal and traditional gender roles. A man being a provider, protector, leader. A woman being a support, caring, nurturing, things like that. That's how I'm differentiating traditional woman from a modern woman. Now, modern women today, they don't want to do that. They don't want to cook, clean, or their femininity is conditional. Well, if you do this, then I'll flip the switch and become feminine. Or I'll flip the switch and then I'll do this. I'll cooperate, basically. So their cooperation and their femininity is for sale. It's conditional. So that's my definition or examples of what I mean when I say traditional woman versus a modern woman.
Okay. I see your definition, and that's fair because I wanted to understand what you mean because those aren't my definitions. Okay. Some of it might share some similarity, but that's not my definition. So when I'm sitting up here as representing Blue Pill today, to me,
yep.
Blue Pill traditional is a woman who is strong enough to be able to assist a man in anything that he has in his life as goals. So yes, she wants to be a mother. She wants to be a wife. She wants loyalty from a man, and she's going to hold him to his words that he promised her. So if that man walks down the aisles and says to have her and only her till death do they part, she's holding him to that as much as she turn around and he get her to say the same things to have him and only him till death do they part. So and what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, what's that, brother?
I just said, and then she breaks it 80% of the time.
No. What I'm saying is, well, I mean, in your view, it's a possibility that either one of them could break it, good brother. To be fair, because I've seen many men break it and women break it. To be fair,
yeah, I know we have the numbers.
So, let him finish his point. Let him finish his point, Reed.
So
I'll let you
a traditional woman is going to hold her husband to the vow because she desires to be a wife and a mother, and it's based on her being able to trust that the man is going to keep his word. She's giving himself to her, and to the point that a traditional woman will even put down some of her own life goals that she may have had as an individual woman before she got with the man, because she desires to be that. That's a traditional woman. Now, a modern woman, to Zadok, can have those same, some of those same qualities as the traditional woman, but the modern woman is forced because of a lack of control of resources to also, before she even meets a man, chase after a career, to be educated, because it's no guarantee that a man is going to take care of her. She hoped to meet one, but what if she don't? What if she don't meet that man until she's 35 years old? What has she done from high school age up until that time? So a modern woman could be a woman of great education. She could be a career woman and still desire to want to be a mother, to want to be a wife, and she desires the loyalty of a man. And it's still, her money doesn't mean that she treats her husband foul, but modern means that the society dictates that she ain't grown up in an egalitarian agrarian society. She's not Laura Ingalls Little House on the Prairie. She might be college educated and she might make more than the man she meets, but her standard for the man doesn't necessarily have anything to do with, oh, you have to match me. That modern woman who has that stance is just a foul woman. But a modern woman, in my example, in my opinion, because I asked you yours, but I'm telling you mine, that term modern is almost used. And guess what you didn't say in your example of that I heard? You said nothing about the woman's ambition. You said nothing about the woman's pedigree that she brings to the table besides her desire for the man. And I think that's the flaw in your view.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. You're right. I did not include or talk about the woman's, ambition and all that because, to a traditional man, that doesn't matter. Okay, I'm not saying she can't have an ambition. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when he's looking for a wife, he's not like, I wonder what her ambition is. It doesn't matter because he's on his program. He's living on his purpose. He's on his purpose. He is the train in which she's trying to get on. He's not trying to get on her train. He's not trying to, like I said earlier, he's not trying to well, I need to find a woman so that I can be okay in retirement so she can help me retire or whatever. It's not like that. The woman is getting on his program. And you're right. Everything you said about, a modern woman. Oh, he didn't say nothing about her, her education and her money and everything. All that stuff you said, a modern woman. Yeah, it is about her education. It is about her money. But it also makes her almost damn near unfit to be married. You know why? Because her hypergamy kicks in. That she prioritizes her money and her education above everything. And then if the man doesn't have that, meet it or beat it, she's going to be gone before too long. And you made an example. You said, okay, well, there are some women who are with men who they might make more than him, or she might have a higher degree or something like that. Guess what? Those relationships are doomed. That's on the clock right there too. Why? Because her hypergamy. Her very nature works against her for wanting to go up. Why do you look at all these examples of these celebrity women, these superstar women, all these women, and all of a sudden they can't keep a marriage? And the ones who are not in a marriage, they can't find a man. Why? Because they have so much money. So the higher their income, the less men. Her dating pool is limited. It goes down. It shrinks. Her dating pool shrinks. So now she can't, according to her own hypergamy, she can't find a man now. Oh, she makes $200,000. Oh, she makes $300,000. Okay, you're talking about even at $100,000, you're talking less than 15%, and that's both male and female. Okay, so you don't even have that many. And then you're talking about $250,000. It goes way down, like 7%. So it goes down more and more. It's like 1% makes $400,000 or more per year, and that's men. Okay, with 1%. So when you talk about your Vivica Foxes and your Lisa Rays and all that, and now Tia Mari or whatever, they're gonna have a hard time finding a man because those men are rare. That according to what they want. Okay, according to what they want, the kind of man that they want. So when you talk about a modern woman, they almost disqualify themselves because they don't want the regular guy. They don't want that. They want some pie in the sky guy. And then they also base being modern. The reason why I say they're unfit for marriage is because they base their life on happiness alone. And marriage is not built on that. Okay, let me say this. I'm not saying that there is no happiness in the marriage. What I'm saying, the marriage is supposed to be built on duty and covenant. I have a duty, my role, and the covenant, my promise. Okay, that's what it's built on. And when those are being fulfilled, then happiness can come in. It's like, you know what? He can say, hey, I take care of my woman. I provide for her. I protect her. I lead her. I'm committed to her. I feel happy. She's a good woman. She's worth it. I feel happy. Same thing with the woman. She's happy and fulfilled because she has family and she has family and she has children, a guy who she honors and she respects. So I'm not talking about her career because I don't want to bring up the Bible like that. I'm trying not to make it a Bible debate, but since you brought it up, I will say this. It says, and your desire shall be for your husband. I don't care about your degree. I don't care about your money. Okay, I don't care about any of that because that's not what's going to make the marriage strong. Duty and commitment is going to make that strong. With traditional roles, me doing what I'm supposed to do as a man and she's doing what she's supposed to do as a woman. Time immemorial proves that what works. This modern stuff is still young. It's 60 years old and it doesn't work. Look at the stats. It doesn't work. So you can try to pick at the nuances of the stats if you want. But what we do know is it doesn't work. That's what we know. That's the issues. It does not work, period. And they want to shove the man out of the home. And we're going to, and I'll get into that in a second. But since I'm just answering that question, I'm going to leave that right there. Modern doesn't work. So if you have a traditional man and a modern woman, it doesn't work. You have a traditional woman and a modern man, it ain't going to work, period. There has to be a match.
Question is to Rob Reed.